Yesterday, the forecasters called for 2 to 3 inches of snow. We ended up getting like 7 or 8. And I came out to my car, and this is what oh look, somebody put a heart on my hood. Isn't that fantastic? There's the little IS, poor guy. The best ways to clear the snow off of your car. Number one, don't ever use a crowbar or a screwdriver. That sounds obvious, doesn't it? You may be getting like a big amount of snow and the ice may be really thick. Think to yourself, well, I'll just kind of tap on it just to make a little crack in the ice off the windshield. And the next thing you know, when it thaws out, you've got a nice crack in the glass. And I think it's a good idea to scrape off the stuff off of your roof first. It's tempting to scrape the stuff off of your glass first because it's easier to reach. But if you do your glass first and then you do the roof, all the stuff on the roof comes back down onto the glass. So start from the highest point, work your way down to the lowest. Make sure your headlights and your tail lights and your turn signals are all cleared off. I think it's obvious why you want to do this. You want to make sure that people can see you, because headlights and tail lights are just a little bit important. Get all the snow cleared off of your trunk and of the roof, because if I were driving and the snow started to get a little bit warm and all of that slid back, it would create a hazard for the people behind me. If I put on the brakes and it slid forward, then it would get in my way and it might cover the windshield so much that my wipers can't get it off, and now I'm blinded in traffic. Get every single pane of glass uncovered completely. You do not want to have any of your glass covered. See that? That's the back glass. You don't want to have any of that covered at all, because then obviously you won't be able to see. I've got a good technique. This is my right arm. I just take the whole right arm, nice. Yeah, it's a good technique, I think. And then you can do the same with the windshield, kind of down and out. That is completely covered in snow and ice, and those are completely ineffective. The way that I have found to best do that is to get them cleared off as best you can with your hand, and then just pick it up and tap it on the glass, lift it up, clear off the area where the wipers lay. You know what you can do when it starts to snow is come out and stick your windshield wipers up like that so they're not even touching the snow. Scrape it all away, then put them down. That way you don't have to do all this. If you have enough snow to where your tailpipe would be covered up, make sure you clear away any snow that the tailpipe is covered by. If that were covered up by snow and I started the car and let it run, then carbon monoxide would be able to get back into the cabin, and you do not want that. Before you even start the car, make sure all of that is cleared away so you don't risk the danger of dying. Do not use any chemicals like antifreeze or anything like that to clean off the glass of your car. Number one, it's a pollutant and it can get into the streams, and that's just, you don't want that. The other thing is that if it gets onto your glass and it sits on the glass, it can pit your glass. Those chemicals can actually eat into the glass of your windshield or whatever, and it can actually harm the glass, put little pits in the glass and affect the integrity of it. You don't want that. Do not use harsh chemicals. Do not use hot water to try to melt the snow away from the locks of the doors or any other area of the car. It can actually shatter the glass. Do not use hot water. Use cold water. You know, tap water is much warmer than the temperature of the car, so it's going to be like hot anyways. So use cold water and just put it on the windshield, or on the handles a little bit, and you'll be totally fine. If it's possible, only use your hand. your gloved hand to get the snow off of your handles of your car. See? And this snow that we had last night is like perfectly powdery. Look at that. I mean, that's good snow. But if it's ice or something, just use cold water, no chemicals. That's good. If you were to use any chemicals, you would definitely damage that beautiful paint. And if you were to use like a tool, a hammer or something, I know that sounds crazy. You would never do that, but believe me, it's been done.